Today we're going to be discussing how to record for ROUVY. First things first, you will need to grab a few items. You will need a GoPro 7, 8, or 9. You will also want to have a GPS tracker that you know how to retrieve a GPX file from, a Garmin watch, bike computer, etc. The final thing you need is a car that allows you to mount the camera at 135 centimeters or more, and a way to mount your camera. Do not record using a bike or motorcycle. Set your GoPro to linear, 2.7K resolution, and 50 frames per second, or 60 frames per second if you're in the US. Make sure you turn the stabilization and GPS on in settings. To turn on the GPS, you have to use the app on your phone. When you mount your camera on the car, ensure that you cannot see the hood in the shot. If the hood is visible, the video will not be usable. You will roughly place the camera in the center of the hood. Also, ensure that the horizon is level when you center the camera on your vehicle. For your backup GPS tracker, you will place this in the window of the car. And don't forget to start it. Be sure to follow all local traffic rules and regulations. If our guidelines for filming do not comply with local regulations in your area, it is up to you to adapt the filming style to meet local laws. As often as you can, keep your speed near 65 kilometers per hour, or 40 miles per hour. Drive in a way that keeps the camera in the middle of the lane, and if you are on a narrow road, stay as far to the right as possible. In general, try to leave 200 meters of space between yourself and any cars in front of you. If a car pulls out in front of you, slowly back away to create the proper space between you and the vehicle in front. There may be times where your shot gets interrupted. Maybe a slow-moving vehicle pulls out and you can't get the proper distance between yourself and the other car. In that case, circle back to the place on the route where the interruption happened. Go back 500 meters and re-record starting from that location. Make sure you leave enough time for the slow-moving vehicle to leave before starting back up. For intersections, when legal, keep driving through like you normally would, leaving space between yourself and any vehicles in front of you. If you have to stop, there are two ways to do it properly. If you are the first person in the line, stop quickly at the intersection and don't move until you can drive again. When it is clear to start driving again, try to get to your original speed as soon as possible. If you are in a queue, leave a gap of at least 20 meters in front of you. The bigger the better. When it is clear to start driving again, get up to the original speed as soon as possible. Do not forget to leave space between yourself and the car in front of you. If you are not able to get through the intersection in one stop, because the line keeps moving or something else, the shot will not work for the course. If this happens, go back to 500 meters before the intersection and reshoot it. Once you have completed the course, stop the GoPro and stop your GPS tracker. You will need to upload both the video file from the GoPro and the GPX file from your tracker to the cloud and share it with ROUVY. If you have any questions before you get started, be sure to ask them. It is always better to ask beforehand to make sure you understand what is needed. Happy recording!